Hey, what's going on? I know it is 10:50, about to be 11 o'clock Central, and I had to talk about this. I had to come on here and talk about this really quick. So, Karine Jean-Pierre, she just, earlier today, Karine Jean-Pierre said that there's no evidence of Joe Biden doing anything wrong. Nothing. No evidence. And she was asked by the press corps, right, about Joe Biden, his dealings with his son. And when the lady in the press corps asked Karine Jean-Pierre about Joe Biden, about the impeachment, basically, all this stuff, and she said, I don't have anything for you. And then Karine Jean-Pierre proceeded on to say that Joe Biden did nothing wrong. All this time, the government state media would constantly protect Joe Biden. I mean, the government state media, they would go out of their way protecting Joe Biden, hence the reason why they are government state media. But now it appears to be that the government state media is starting to turn on Joe Biden. You even have Joe Scarborough. Y'all know Joe Scarborough, right? Morning Joe. He even said that Joe Biden is too old. He said that I think he said Al Sharpton and other Democrats in the background when they're not on the camera. He was saying this live. But he's saying when they're not in front of the cameras and they're not live or anything, when they're in the dressing room, getting their makeup done, getting their hair did, they're all saying that Joe Biden is too old. Hey, Lori. They're all saying that Joe Biden is too old. And Joe Scarborough saying that. I'm going to play that for you tomorrow if y'all watch my show either on Lindell TV or LFA TV. I'm going to play it on tomorrow on one of those. But tonight, right now, I want to show you Karine Jean-Pierre basically running out of the press room, basically running out. And you can hear one of the reporters in the background asking Karine Jean-Pierre for a statement about Joe Biden lying about his dealings with Hunter Biden. Y'all need to be, I'm telling you, y'all need to be on the lookout. Please hit the share button on this right now. Y'all need to be on the lookout because I'm telling you, things are about to go for a major turn for Joe Biden. It's not going to look good for Joe Biden, especially now that Kevin McCarthy actually said that they're doing the paperwork to start the impeachment inquiry. Soon as he did that, you have other predominant Democrats saying, okay, you know what? Because more information is going to come out about Joe Biden and it's going to make the connection with the FBI, the DOJ. Why are all these organizations hiding, suppressing, doing a cover up for Joe Biden? Because if you ask me, a lot of those organizations have people with inside of them that were like in the mix with all of that. This is going to expose everything. So now I truly believe that they're going to try to get rid of Joe Biden. So then that way, and I'm talking about producer about it, and she brought up a really good point. Joe Biden, because he has all of this baggage, and it's true baggage, not like it was with President Trump. They were making it all up with President Trump. We all know that they were making it up with President Trump. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The 2 impeachments. Remember that? The whole fake dossier, they did all that. And then they bring all this other fake stuff, the 4 indictments and the 90-something charges, all of it fraudulent. Why wouldn't they bring up fraudulent stuff when they brought up fraudulent dossier and went to the FISA courts They made up fraudulent stuff then, and people today think they won't do that again. But anyways, because Joe Biden has all of this baggage, they're going to say, well, we can't run Joe up against Trump because the American people know that all this fraudulent stuff we've been doing to Trump, and Trump is getting more support. People are supporting Trump. They're supporting Trump when we've lied about him. But Joe Biden, this stuff is true. They have proof of Joe Biden doing this. So they're going to probably look at somebody else to replace Joe. And the I'm not going to say it, yo. But they're looking at someone to place Joe. Yo. And the, ho. Yo. Right? And they probably think it's going to be Michelle Obama. A lot of people think it's going to be her. And a lot of people think it's probably going to be Gavin Newsom. And I saw Hillary Clinton walking in the other day, and all over X, they're all like jumping up and down for joy. Oh, this is where she belongs. This is where she belongs. I personally think it's probably going to be Gruesome Newsom, right? I think it personally is going to be Gruesome Newsom. But y'all need to be on the lookout. Hear me now, believe me later on. For those of y'all that haven't seen it, they're going to push Joe out. They're going to push him out. But what's really interesting in the whole gist of this video right here is that the government state media, they were all protecting Joe Biden. They were never asking these tough questions. They were never asking the questions that you and I wanted to know the answers to. But now they're starting to. This is a clear sign that they are getting ready to come all full on you're going to have all of the media talking about all of this corruption with Joe, and it's going to put pressure on the Democrats to go along with it. Because if you have all of the government state media talking about the corruption that Joe Biden's been doing, how Kamala Harris has not been doing her job, just constantly cackling, this is going to put pressure on the Democrats and say, well, they're going to distance themselves. I'm telling y'all, they're going to distance themselves. I already see it happening. But let me share this with you with Karine Jean-Pierre, where she runs out of the press briefing room and then turn around and listen. I want y'all to pay attention because it's a really, really short clip. Hit the share button. It's a really short clip. I want y'all to listen to the people in the press corps. It's one person in particular. You're not going to see the person, but you're going to hear him. And she jets out. She doesn't want to answer any of the questions. Her job is to answer questions. Okay, I'm going to get on with it. Here we go. Listen.
Business associates. More than half of voters told CNN they believe the president was involved and he lied. You can't have a response to that, Kareem?
Woo! She like, got to go. She jetted out of there. Did y'all hear that? How good is that? It's like finally, you have the government state media starting to ask questions. And when you have the government state media turning on Joe, it's not looking good at all for Joe. Yeah, she bolted. It's not looking good for Joe at all. This is such an amazing thing to see. Now, with that said, I think that you're going to see something probably very interesting to happen. With this coming down on Joe, this impeachment inquiry, I'm still waiting, and it's possibly could still happen. Maybe they're just giving it a little time so it don't be so obvious. But I'm still waiting for them to do the next indictment in Arizona. I see it coming. Right? I see it coming against President Trump, against people that surrounding President Trump. I can see them starting to do the next indictment against President Trump. They're even saying that they don't want Kamala Harris. A lot of people saying, well, if they impeach Joe, they're going to have Kamala Harris. Well, let me give you something here. They can impeach Joe Biden in the House, but once it gets over to the Senate, Mitch McConnell is not going to allow it to go anywhere. Y'all heard me correctly. They impeached Joe, so don't worry about it. We're not going to be left with Kamala Harris. We're really not. What I think is going to end up happening, personally, it's just a personal note. What I think is going to end up happening is because of all of this dirt that's coming out about Joe Biden with the impeachment, with all of this corruption that he's been doing. We all know it. I mean, we all see the corruption. It's just now that the left have to, okay, well, we can't ignore it. They're already getting to that point. They're trying to blame something else, his age or something else, right? I truly believe that they're going to force him to say, okay, I'm going to step aside. I truly believe they're going to force him to step aside. Now, if they force him to step aside, that will more than likely leave Kamala Harris. But the thing is, from what I'm hearing on the airways and what's been buzzing around, I'm hearing that they don't want Kamala Harris. The left, they don't want Kamala Harris either. They don't want to be stuck with her because she has a lot of baggage. Because the past 2 years, the past 3 years, they're saying like she's not a good choice. She's not a good choice. I'm telling you, I'm hearing them saying it. If y'all tune in tomorrow on Lindell, I'm going to play where they're talking about this. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it tomorrow on my Lindell TV broadcast. It's at 2 p.m. Central. If y'all go to uaf.media, y'all can find my Lindell, or I'll do it on Lindell. I might just do it on both. Lindell TV at 2. Lindell TV, okay, at 2 p.m. Central. And then, you basically go to frankspeech.com. frankspeech.com. And at 2 p.m. tomorrow, or 5 p.m. Central tomorrow on LFA TV. I'm going to talk about him. I'm going to share it there. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. And it's simply, y'all go to uaf.media. You can go to uaf.media and find it. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some trolls that's upset with me sharing it. Let me share it one more time. Because, see, the trolls don't believe it. Let me share this with you. Because Karine Jean-Pierre, got to go. Because it's all coming down. It's all coming to a head. One more time here.
And with that, folks...
Can you explain why the president interacted with so many of his son's foreign business associates? More than half of voters told CNN they believe the president was involved and he lied. You can't have a response to that, Kareem?
Of course, no response. No response. Because it's all coming out. And all of the liberals and all of these progressives, they're going to be highly upset when it all comes out because they refuse to see the truth. They refuse to see the truth. Share the video. It's going to be on and popping.